into a chilly, rainy May afternoon, and after 70 years of preparation, the longest-serving heir to the throne in history, Charles, has finally become the 62nd British monarch and been crowned King Charles III. His Queen Camilla by his side after a 50-year love story that nearly never was, his touchstone, his sounding board, who 25 years ago said, "You must be joking," to a suggestion she'd one day be Queen. Not always loved or even liked by the people of the Commonwealth, the King and Queen have been patient. Today, their Commonwealth stretches from Baffin Bay in the Canadian Arctic to the Great Barrier Reef in Australia, and from Montserrat to Pitcairn Islands. How many of those people will be celebrating with him today? Last time the Commonwealth witnessed a coronation, we still retain the remnants of an empire, and deference to the title was as natural as breathing. As Charles enjoys the moment, he will also realise he must provide a different approach if the monarchy is to thrive. Apathy will be his biggest enemy if polling by Britons is to be believed. There have been suggestions of a scaled-down coronation to reflect the cost of living crisis presently gripping the country, but little sign of that in front of us, as a procession of more than 4,000 military and others stretching more than a mile prepares to escort the King, Queen and other members of the royal family back to Buckingham Palace. We'll keep an eye out for Harry, of course. Today's events have been paid for by the UK government and no figure is yet available, but it will certainly be significantly higher than the cost of the Queen's coronation that would have been more than £45 million in today's money. But as the King and Queen prepare for their procession back to Buckingham Palace, Charles III will be pleased and relieved that the coronation is over. Although he didn't have to actually have one. Most other modern monarchies have dispensed with coronations, although the tourist dollar from those who've travelled from around the globe to witness all the pomp and circumstance is a mitigating factor. His family, plus around 2,200 guests, were here to witness, including Harry. 70 years ago, more than 8,000 people had crammed into the Abbey. The coronation of King Charles has become a very modern affair. Rather than peers and landed gentry, the Abbey was filled with local community heroes and TV royalty, along with an extended family, including his wife's grandchildren, children, heads of state, and even Queen Camilla's ex-husband was here to witness events.
The Garrison Sergeant Major, Mr. Stokes, about to give the quick march. And this vast coronation procession will start on its way to take the King from Westminster Abbey back to Buckingham Palace. And horses that have been waiting for some time, and soldiers who are yearning to get their arms swinging as they head on and lead the way back with the music, coronation bells.
About the gold state coach, last seen during the pageant of the Platinum Jubilee, as you will know, for Queen Elizabeth II in June of 2022. Those 6 graves that we saw on the way here are still part of the procession. This time, though, joined also by Meg and Newark, this coach being an extra ton heavier than the one on the way down.
With the other carriages amongst the royal family, including the Prince and Princess of Wales there with their 3 children. Prince George, who's done a marvellous job as one of the King's pages, and the King's carriage is surrounded by service people from all of the realms, which he is now crowned as King. The bells of the Abbey ring out here in broad pavement, and a bit of reaction as the carriage joins this massive procession, weaving its way a mile long all the way from Westminster Abbey, and the front of it will almost certainly already be arriving close to the Queen Victoria Memorial. Prince Louis is very interested in the photograph out there, along with Princess Charlotte waving away. They're in the Australian state coach. There of the dependent territories, most of them based on the blue ensign, used of the individual identities of the different nations who are part of the dependent territory of the United Kingdom.
The procession still passing by our gantry point here outside Westminster Abbey. As Alistair was saying, 1.4 miles long this procession. As it enters the gates of Buckingham Palace, they will still be passing the cenotaph. Dominic, he is going to be a king for the world, I suppose, is how they're trying to portray him as. He's going to be travelling the world, and main figures around the world coming back here as well to the United Kingdom.
Yeah, and I think there are parallels to be drawn, Kay, with his mother. And 70 years ago, she emerged from Westminster Abbey in similar weather, quite a damp, soggy day then as well. But it's what happened inside the Abbey that changed the monarchy for good. It was televised, that coronation, obviously for the first time. And that began the launching of her as a global megastar. And she really was the first global megastar, touring the world for months at a time, welcomed with rapturous welcomes in America and across the Commonwealth. Now, obviously, King Charles is not going to be able to hope for such receptions around the world, but he clearly is hoping for a similar role on the international stage, and already has been acting as a sort of diplomat-in-chief, ceremonially, if you like, for the government, and most recently inviting Joe Biden, the US President, here. Coming in the near future, we're told, not exactly sure when. Joe Biden hasn't come to the coronation, his wife coming instead. But King Charles has already had a successful trip to Germany, where he was welcomed with very large crowds, gave speeches in German, a trip that was seen very much as a big success. And obviously went there as his first trip, unexpectedly, was meant to be going to France, but the civil unrest in France meant that trip was cancelled by foreign French and British agreements on Germany there. But I think he hopes to play a role on the world stage, not quite like his mother, but certainly following her.
Oh, look at the little one there. He's been as good as gold today as well. Not really the show stealer he was at the Golden Jubilee. 4,000 members of the military taking part in the procession back to Buckingham Palace, Alistair.
And it's led by the Brigade Major in front of his retinue. And the